CNN is one of the biggest fake news, really the biggest fake news organization out there. And they were running this story about a woman that apparently was going to get evicted, and she had 3 kids. And this whole story was, by the way, being pushed as if it was a single mother against her odds, 3 kids. How is she going to survive if they need to extend the eviction moratorium? Well, here's a little bit of the clip of what CNN aired.
When I put that up, I never thought that anybody would have reached out, especially CNN, and then to hear that a congressperson, my story reached you. This is just amazing. I'm so thankful that there's people like you out there. I'm so thankful for it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Kelly, you and your family, you and your family deserve representatives that care about you. Our country deserves to have representatives that represent. And so this is the least that we can do for you, is to step up and make sure that you get to stay in the safety and the comfort of your home while we work on other things to help make sure that your life and the lives of your children are better. This is our work. So you don't even have to thank us. This is our work. This is the least we can do for you.
And we should just let you know, Kelly, the GoFundMe just went up to $97,000 while we were speaking. So, thank you.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying the GoFundMe is now at $97,000.
The one that was at 89 a minute ago?
Yes.
Is she?
Yes, $97,000.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. This is crazy. Oh my God. She just said it's at 97,000 right now. This is crazy. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God.
You and your family are worth it. You and your family are worth it. You're worth it.
Except the entire thing was a scam. Gotcha. Yeah, it was a scam. The whole thing was actually fake. So let's go into a little bit about what was taking place. Like I said, this was about trying to push the eviction moratorium, which had ended, and you had Cori Bush there, of all people, that was trying to basically advocate for her. So, I mean, this was the Democrat outrage mill going full force. You had CNN, you had Cori Bush, you had representatives, all basically saying, this lady needs your support. And you hear in the video where they said that they raised upwards of $97,000. Well, come to find out, that actually went up to $230,000 that this lady had raised towards this. But like I said before, this was an entire scam that was actually going on. None of the information that they presented here was actually factually correct. So a little bit about what took place. Like I said, because you had GoFundMe, the GoFundMe setup had raised upwards of $230,000. The lady that was speaking there is Dasha Kelly, and she was claiming there in that video that she was the single mother of these 3 daughters. And like I said, we're facing eviction. But the thing is that those 3 children are not her children. Okay, so this kind of reads almost like a Jerry Springer show or something. But so the actual children, their real biological mother is Shadiah Hilo, and then the father is David Allison. David Allison, the father to the kids, is dating Dasha Kelly, and then Dasha Kelly actually only sometimes looks after the children, but they're actually watched and under the custody of their biological mother. So they're not even in her custody whatsoever. They don't live with her or anything like that. She just sometimes probably has them over for visitation with her boyfriend, which is, like I said, the guy that she's dating. Her boyfriend is the father to those children. So crazy kind of weird thing going on here. Those are not her children at all, which means this whole thing was an entire fabricated lie. Okay, so CNN, of course, as a result of this, caught wind of it and was like, oops. So they actually went online and they were like, okay, we're going to try and update this story now. So these are some of the updates. This is, once again, to show you how fake the news is, how bad at journalism these people really are. So the opening now says that Kelly was in the apartment with her boyfriend's 3 daughters. Okay, so they changed it to that. Another part of the article now acknowledges that she only cares for the children part-time. I guarantee it's probably just for visitation. I guarantee, and it's probably for him, not her. I highly doubt that the biological mother is like, hey, Dasha, can you watch my 3 kids? I highly doubt that that's what's going on. She's probably like, look, I just want them to know their father, so they'll come over for a weekend or something. So once again, she was profiting off of this. Had those 3 kids not have been there, this story wouldn't have flown by at all. It wouldn't have. But because she's black and, you know, everything like that, Democrats are just going full force into this, okay? So GoFundMe, by the way, decided that they were going to allow her to keep the money. I think that's probably one of the most egregious parts of all of this. GoFundMe's like, hey, we have no problem with that. Meanwhile, GoFundMe has simultaneously banned conservatives over and over again. Remember Laura Loomer? They banned her. They also banned the lawsuit funding, I think, for Kyle Rittenhouse as well. They also have canceled fundraisers to stop CRT, as well as fundraisers to basically help cops out that were accused of crimes that they probably weren't guilty of anyways. And they've canceled those out, but they allow for this fraud to fraud people out of their money to keep the money, which is crazy. So CNN, once again, also didn't bother to interview the landowner, the property owner, the person that actually would be in charge of making sure that the stuff is paid for, this person's paying their payments. So meanwhile, this lady is not paying her rent. They didn't care to speak to the guy that's actually probably going bankrupt over this. I mean, the low level of journalism is astonishing. This is CNN for you. You know, then they kind of go back, like I said, and they update their little stories and pretend as if nothing really happened. It did happen. They made a massive mistake because they didn't vet anything. It's a combination of fake news journalism combined with Cori Bush, Democrats, these different elected officials that go in and market it and push it and show up on the news with them, and just the general outrage that they want something to be the case instead of actually looking at the facts. And that's where you have this taking place. You just watched a clip from The William Hall Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.